Hi everybody, welcome to Date Time on a Tuesday. It is great to have you along. You know what, the dancing has already started in the studio today. And the reason we're dancing and the reason we're so happy, how can you not be happy when you have chicken wings in front of you? There are going to be a lot of people in this area very happy on the evening of Wednesday, April the 26th, when the 18th annual chicken wing competition for epilepsy, which is known as Wings Up for Epilepsy, comes to town. And oh, I wish you could smell what we're smelling in studio here. Jennifer Lyon is here, the Director of Operations for Epilepsy South Central Ontario. And Chris Rao is the manager of Wings Up, Waterloo and Kitchener, and has provided us with just a little taste of what people can expect for this fundraiser.
Just a little sample, yeah.
Oh, we'll have to wait, and then we'll talk about the wings in just a second. But this is a huge fundraiser for you, Jennifer.
Yeah, it is. So, like you said, 18th annual, and every year it brings in a lot of money for our charity and a lot of awareness for epilepsy in general.
Yeah, and it's so important to the programs that you have, and now you have even more programs than ever before because your area has gotten even bigger. There was an amalgamation that happened earlier in the year.
Yeah, that's correct. We're actually on your show in January to talk about the new name, Epilepsy South Central Ontario. So bringing in a lot of amazing programs, including a kids camp and the youth empowerment program for youth 15 to 30 years old.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about that program for youth specifically.
It's geared towards youth who have epilepsy or their siblings as well, because normally epilepsy doesn't only affect the individual, it affects the whole family. So we do lots of fun outings. We go to African lion safari, we do skills-based training, and really just get out in the community and you know, have a good time and feel like a kid.
What you give them is the opportunity to be, and I'll use the quotes, normal for a while, because like with so many other diseases, once you've got that label, people become a little worried. We don't know, the general population just doesn't know, okay, so epilepsy, what does it mean? What happens if? What happens if that person has an epileptic seizure in front of me? What should I do? And we become a little worried about it.
Yeah, that's true. And I think a lot of people tend to isolate themselves as well because they don't feel safe in the community, because often people don't know what to do when they have a seizure. So along with our youth empowerment program, we do a lot of training and education in the community to help people know what to do if they see a seizure, how to keep that person safe, but also people with epilepsy need to learn how to advocate for themselves, how to say, I need this help, I need you to do this for me, and that kind of thing.
And you can only do that with all the programs that you provide through your service, and you can only do the programs if you've got the money for us, which brings us to Wings Up for Epilepsy. And Chris, you and your crew have been so instrumental in being part of this fundraiser, and I say part up until last year, when you took on an even bigger role in this.
They came to us and asked if we'd be the main sponsor or provider of the chicken wings, and I approached my head office, and they were right on board with it, and so we're glad we can be a part of it.
Yeah, this is something that's really important to you and your entire team at Wings Up, is that community involvement and finding ways that you can make a difference. Yeah,
I have a number of employees who volunteer to work that night because they all want to be part of it. So.
Well, and one of the big reasons that you're the sponsor now for Wings Up for Epilepsy, you kept winning all the prizes, Chris. Your wings were always the ones, the people's choice, the judge's choice. You kept taking all the prizes.
We were very fortunate, yes.
Well, it's fortunate, and it's really good recipes.
Yes,
the chicken wings.
Yes.
How many different types are you going to have there that night?
I think we're going to bring around 7 or 8. I think
I think we confirmed on 8 flavors.
8, okay.
Yeah. Okay. And we also last year, Chris brought in some gluten-free wings for our guests that were gluten intolerant, which was very generous of him.
Is that something at the store when people come in to order their wings, they can get a gluten-free option as well?
Yes, they can. Actually, I had an older couple in the other day, and they go to epilepsy, and they were really happy that I brought the gluten-free ones last year. So
when you said about the flavors, Jennifer, you said it like you're the person that gets to do the taste testing to decide on what flavors are there. Is that what happens?
No, well, it's up to Chris and his team, but I do have my say about what my favorite flavor is, and I believe Chris has brought it today.
Okay, so which one is Jennifer's favorite? Do you remember?
I don't remember. It's either the dry Cajun or the honey hot.
Yeah, well, I love them both, and sometimes I can't decide, but the dry Cajun to me is the best.
The dry Cajun. So is that's
this
the
one
dry
at the front
Cajun
here.
at the front?
Yeah.
And then the honey hot, and then I brought a simply smoked.
Okay, so tell me just a little bit about the Cajun. How hot is that one?
It's not very hot. It's just
Okay.
a little spice to it. It's very popular. We have actually, when we were part of the competition, we have won in other years with the dry Cajun. It's very
Okay.
popular. And another one we won with, which I didn't bring today, but will be available that night, is our Thai. Our Thai is very popular too.
Is that like a sweet chili
Yep.
kind of Thai?
Yep.
Ooh,
And then
that sounds
last
really
year,
good.
I think the vote, we had a vote to see who was the best, they liked the best, and it was the Honey Hot that
Yep,
won.
Honey Hot one last
Okay.
year.
And it's not very hot either.
Okay, so before I try them, because when I eat wings, I mean, I eat it with my whole face. It ends up on my chin and down, and that's the way to eat them. But people, it's like a buffet style
Yep.
for Wings Up for Epilepsy.
Yep.
They can go and try them and just keep eating.
Yeah, so it's all you can eat. We also bring veggies and dip and cake and coffee and tea for the end of the night. So lots going on. It's also amazing prizes to be won. And we have the band Shenanigans coming back again this year, and they're amazing.
They're terrific.
So-
They're awesome.
They're a lot of
Yep,
fun.
They
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
Okay, so to get tickets then for Wings Up for Epilepsy, how can people do that?
Oh, go to our website, likely on the bottom of the screen, and you can buy tickets there. You can also buy tickets at the door. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we want to make it full because the Concordia Club will hold a lot of people. So let's make it as full as we
And
can.
we're going to keep bringing wings until they can't eat anymore.
You're going to have a busy, busy group of people working
Yes,
that night.
we do.
Okay, so this is the Cajun,
The dry Cajun, yes.
Honey Hot, and which one did you say was your favorite, Jennifer?
Dry Cajun at the front here.
Okay.
yeah.
Can I try one of the gooey ones at the back?
Do it.
Certainly.
Just because.
Here.
Okay, here we go. We'll do a little taste testing here ourselves right now.
Dry Cajun.
They're so good, Chris.
Oh, yeah. Chris,
Who doesn't love a chicken wing?
I'm okay right now.
They're good. Oh, my goodness.
Well, the Wings Up for Epilepsy 18th annual chicken wing competition is coming up Wednesday, April the 26th. See, I've got it in my teeth already. 6 p.m. at Concordian Club Kitchen. You've got to get your tickets to be part of this and know that you're helping to fund the great programming that Epilepsy,
Definitely.
South Central Ontario, I have to get that name in my head, does for people in this area. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, thank you for
Thank you
having
for
us.
having us.
Okay, I don't think I've decided which one I like best, so I'm going to eat some more, and we'll be back with more Daytime in a moment. Stay with us.